Another night of protests here in the city of Portland, Oregon. This going on for well over 50 nights. This following the death of George Floyd at the hands of police officers in Minneapolis. Now, this crowd started out mostly peaceful, which has been a pattern that we've seen in the daylight hours, where the crowd will come out demonstrating for racial justice, against police brutality, and against this infusion of federal resources that were sent into the city by President Trump. Now, as the sun went down during the evening hours, some of the protesting did turn violent. There was members of the crowd that were launching projectiles and fireworks into this federal building towards it, setting fires outside, that eliciting a response from federal agents inside, coming out, launching tear gas, pushing them back. Now, in the crowd was the mayor of the city of Portland. He was part of a crowd that got tear gassed. He spoke to a reporter from the New York Times about what that was like.
I'm not gonna lie, it stings, it's hard to breathe. And I can tell you with 100% honesty, I saw nothing that provoked this response.
Now, of course, the mayor has been a vocal critic of the federal response here, this infusion of federal resources. I caught up with him outside the courthouse and asked him whether the city had any responsibility, any blame for a lot of the destruction that we've seen. He pushed back on that, saying that the blame here lies squarely with the federal government.
This is clearly a waste of federal resources, and it's getting increasingly dangerous. We did not ask the feds to be here. We don't want them here. They're not helping the situation. They're not appropriately trained, and we're demanding that they leave.
Now, finally, one thing that we have noticed is apparently a more measured response by federal agents. In evenings past, we have seen them come out in a full show of force, a line of agents pushing people back through the streets. We haven't seen that. They have come out when provoked by the crowd, by the fireworks and the fires, to launch tear gas and some other dispersants, but we haven't seen them take to the streets. Again, a more apparently measured response by federal agents. We'll have to see whether that continues into the future. Josh Campbell, CNN, Portland.